My name is Grana, and I'm an assistant professor of Homeland Security and Applied Intelligence here at Roberts Wesleyan College. Retired police officer of 21 years, spent 2 years overseas in Afghanistan and Iraq, working to train the respective police forces of those countries. Roberts created a program called Homeland Security and Applied Intelligence. It was just a perfect fit for me. Everything I had achieved professionally to that point in my life, take all of my experiences and transition it to the next generation of intelligence investigators. My favorite part of my job is interacting with the students outside of the classroom. I've always had a teaching mentality. Whether I was a police officer, before I went into narcotics, I was a field training officer, and then I became a primary field training officer. We taught in the police academy. I worked as a police advisor in Afghanistan. So everything I like to do in a collaborative teaching setting. So one of my most favorite things is to be able to talk to the kids outside of the classroom, interact with them, and try to guide them. One of my students had a job offer from a crime analysis center that we have here in Rochester. It's a large center, New York State funds them, and she had an interview with one. So I sat and we interview prepped. I told her which one of our class projects she should present at her interview, and she got the job. And out of our first graduating class, we hit a home run with a student that actually went from the stage to a crime and intelligence center. My faith is very strong and very deep, and as a police officer, your faith gets tested all the time. You're constantly seeing things in the world that not most people see. You're confronted with evil, things that people can do, and then you have to find some sort of process to deal with that, a coping mechanism. And my coping mechanism was always my faith. So I never really had a problem with dealing with anything I was confronted with, because I knew through my faith I would be fine. God was always there. So when I came to the college, I felt a relief that I could express my faith freely in the classroom with other professors. It just allowed me, especially at this point in my life, to be in a very comfortable environment. In my Roberts community, I serve in the aspect of the behavioral intervention team because I want to keep the community safe. I just don't want to come here, teach, and go home. I want to make sure that this is a safe learning environment. But also with the Roberts community, what I try to do is community outreach. And we do that through our internship, the Homeland Security program, and then I mentor them, so they'll call me. If they're working and it's summertime, I'll get a phone call saying, my commander just asked me to do intelligence, can you help me? I want to make sure that what I'm doing is right. And I'll drive to the PD and I'll sit with them and I'll say, yeah, make sure you do this. Remember what we talked about in class? And then they can present a successful package to the chief or the commander of that department. To me, that is public safety. So if my student's doing something that can ensure public safety for the town of Greece and they do something successful, then I think what we're doing here now just expanded to the residents of the town of Greece. I'm just proud to be a member of the Roberts community.